WBA 154-pound title at the United Center in Chicago, Illinois. There's some great title fights coming up. And then we've got a 10-round lightweight that's going to be our main event of the evening. It's going to be Rustam Nugayev. This is the man who came by way of train 12 hours all the way to Moscow, 24 hours to Moscow, then 12 hours flying here. He's going to be taking on the fireman from Mexico City, Martin Sanchez, and that is going to be our main event of the evening. Martin Sanchez, 25 years of age, and that's one of the things that you always get when you get fighters. And Carlos, as you get fighters, that you have a record here in the United States. They list him at 13-8 with 10 knockouts, but then he tells us he's actually 22-4 with 20 knockouts. So somewhere in between there lies the truth with the true record of these fighters. His last fight, he says, was against Miguel Angel Galindo, and that was a KO in the first round in Mexico City. He has fought the likes of Jorge Solis, the national champion in Mexico in the lightweight division, and that fight was stopped. A very odd result that took place in which he was not knocked down, but they still gave the decision to Jorge Solis, and they kept him down. The referee himself kept him down. That's the story we got there. Rustam Nugayev, on the other hand, he took on Ricardo Fuentes in his first fight here in the United States. He feels his career as a professional fighter started the first day he set foot here in the United States, and he fought, and he ended up winning a unanimous decision win over Ricardo Fuentes. He injured his hand in that fight, his right hand, and then was off for 8 months before coming back and taking on Jairo Ramirez. Jairo Ramirez only has one loss with a 17-1 record, was knocked down in the third, but got up and ended up beating Rustam Nugayev. Let's get the official introduction from Joe Martinez.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've all been waiting for. This is the main event of the evening. 10 rounds scheduled in the lightweight division. Esta es la pelea estelar de la noche. 10 asaltos en el peso ligero. Your three judges scoring at ringside. Los tres jueces, Bill Graham, Dave Moretti, and Paul Smith. And with the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, referee Kenny Bainlands. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the judges are ready and the fighters are ready. For the millions watching around the world, Las Vegas, Nevada, if you are ready, make some noise!
Yes.
Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing tonight solid white trunks, he weighed in at 139 pounds even. En la esquina azul con los calzoncillos blancos y un peso de 139 libras. His professional record, 13 victories, 8 defeats, with 10 big wins coming by way of knockout. Su récord profesional, 13 victorias con 10 ganadas por knockout y 8 derrotas, hailing from Mexico City, Mexico, del Distrito Federal, México, presentando Martin Bombero Sanchez. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner. Enters the ring tonight wearing green trunks trimmed in yellow. He weighed in at 136 pounds even. En la esquina roja con los calzoncillos verde con amarillo y un peso de 136 libras. His professional record is outstanding. 13 victories. Only 4 times has he tasted defeat. He has 5 victories coming by way of knockout. Su récord, 13 victorias con 5 ganadas por knockout y solamente 4 derrotas, hailing from Perm, Russia. He is the former Russian national champion, ex-campeón nacional de Russia. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Rustam Mangus Nugayev.
Okay, gentlemen, with all the rules in the dressing room, on the caution, keep the fight clean at all times, protect yourself at all times, and again, what I say, you must obey. Good luck, touch gloves, run a sweat.
Instructions there by referee Kenny Bayless. Again, let's take a look at how the two fighters measure up. Nugayev, 5 feet 11 inches tall, 136 pounds, 22 years of age, 71-inch reach. Sanchez, 5 feet 8 inches tall, 139 pounds, 26 years of age, a 69-inch reach. The rules for the contest are going to be as follows. We are going to go with the 10-point must system. No 3 knockdown rule. No standing 8 count. Neither fighter can be saved by the bell. Only the referee can stop the fight. And if a headbutt occurs, go to the cards after the 4th round. And this is our main event of the evening. 10 rounds in the lightweight division, and we are ready to go. Referee Kenny Bayless will signal for the bell. Rustam Nugayev in the green trunks. Martin Sanchez in the white trunks. Martin Sanchez, the book on him is a very quick-handed fighter. He's going to use the jab and going to come behind it with the right hand. On the part of Rustam Nugayev, he loves to throw the left hook. He says of his 5 knockouts, 3 have come with the left hook, 2 have come with the right. And we saw him in his fight against Jairo Ramirez. Appeared to be a very strong fighter. Martin Sanchez, what he knows about Rustam Nugayev, Carlos, he says he's a very upright fighter and rather slow. So we'll see how that develops.
You can see his hand speed right off the bat. Sanchez's hand speed is, you can see the advantage right away, and Rustam makes him look a little slower because of Sanchez's hand speed.
And that appears to be a very sharp jab, too, by Martin Sanchez in the white trunks. Rustam Nugayev, on the other hand, has never been knocked down. He's one of those guys that he's going to be there all the way out to the end. The 4 losses that he has have all been by decision. Lost to Andre Kutriansen, Maxim Krasotin. Those are all decision losses. And there's that jab. Beautiful jab by Martin Sanchez.
You have to be very, very quick to be able to do what Sanchez is doing. You notice right now he's very quick jab, and then he hooks off of it. And you have to be very, very quick to be able to do that. And
and especially surprising part. Look how wide his feet are. Oh, one right hand that was on the button right there, landing to the head of Rustam Nugayev, and all of a sudden you see a madman. The fireman has answered the bell.
And he does not want to expend too much energy here. As we said before, he lost 5 pounds in like 40 minutes, so he wants to be careful. Just want to let it all out in the first round, even though he hurt him. If he takes his time, he knows he can hurt him. He did it once, he can do it again.
His trainer, Mauro Ayala, explaining that, says that it wasn't really a problem for him to lose the weight because we have been in some very hot areas, so he's had to go ahead and drink a lot of water, so it wasn't any problem really losing it because it was all water weight. But we'll see. You see Rustam Nugayev, who's able to take a tremendous punch because he took a tremendous right hand by Martin Sanchez, but yet here he is, still upright, still going. As an amateur, Rustam Nugayev, 90-8 was his record. Former Russian amateur champion, and he is trying to come in, but Carlos, Martin Sanchez, very, very quick.
Very, very quick. Every time Rustam makes a move to come in, he gets stopped with a jab or with a straight right hand or with a hook.
And round number 1 coming to an end, Nugayev Sanchez.
And now, an important phone message from Oscar de la Hoya.
This is Oscar de la Hoya, and I'll be at the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas on July 14th for Golden Boy Promotions' first fight in Nevada. Watch intense IBF World Championship Boxing as champion Kasim the Dream Uma takes on #1 ranked Roman Made in Hell Karmazin. Doors open at 5 p.m. The first fight starts at 6 p.m. Tickets are available at all Coast Casinos and the Orleans Arena box office. Don't miss it.
Don't breathe. Don't even blink. Because a whole lot of action is charging your way. Non-stop runaway action as the World Bullfighting Championships and Fucking Bull Classic, presented by Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Muscle into Orleans Arena, October 23rd and 24th. Part of the PBR's 2004 World Finals festivities. Don't miss the ultimate in American freestyle bullfighting and the PBR's hottest young guns against the best fucking bulls of the future. Call or order online now. Tickets start at just $16. The showdown starts at high noon each day.
And there is the right hand by Martin Sanchez, right on the button, showing the quick hand, peppering Rustam Nugayev. And this is round number 2 of a scheduled 10-rounder in the lightweight division. Rustam Nugayev, Martin Sanchez.
You know, I'm surprised at the weights here. Rustam, 136 pounds. I mean, he's at 5'11". 1 more pound, he'd be a very, very big lightweight. I am surprised that he's competing at the super lightweight level when he's only 1 pound away from being a lightweight. His size will give him a big advantage against lightweights.
And he, as you can see, just rock solid. Interesting, his reaction about the United States is he absolutely fell in love with it. The weather, he says, the greatest weather in the world. Trains in Los Angeles, California, but it goes back to Perm, Russia, after he gets done with the fight. And again, the logistics of that particular trip, it was 24 hours from Perm to Moscow by train, and then 12-hour flight.
It's a lot of traveling.
And there's the right hand of Rustam Nugayev. That's been the punch that's produced another knockouts for him. But that is a right hand that healed. He injured that hand in his fight against Ricardo Fuentes. Took an 8-month sabbatical from boxing to try to let that hand heal up. And then came back against Jairo Ramirez. Again, he dropped Jairo Ramirez in the 3rd round, but was not able to go ahead and finish him off. And eventually, Jairo Ramirez ended up getting a decision win, a unanimous decision win.
But right now, he's just being out quick. The jab is landing. What he's got to do, I think, what he has to do is start to just let his hands go and try to create some opportunities for himself. Waiting on the outside, he's going to get peppered to death against Sanchez.
Sanchez has been stopped. Francisco Dianzo knocked him out in the 7th. And that was a 12-round fight. But you see that excellent countering. Martin Sanchez lets Nugayev come in, and then he counters with that right hand.
It's another beautiful right hand right over the top of the jab, and that's his jab is slow. So I think that Sanchez could do that all night. Measure that jab, go on the outside, and then come back with the right hand, land it every time.
And Nugayev, who still in some ways has that amateur style of being very upright and throwing the jab, that's one thing that Sanchez can try to take advantage of. And like Carlos said, come over the top of that slow jab. But you can see Nugayev, tremendous strength in that upper body as round number 2 comes to an end. Nugayev and Sanchez. Friday night fights in association with Coors Light, and this is round number 3 of a scheduled 10-round main event. Rustam Nugayev, Martin Sanchez. Rustam Nugayev in the green, Martin Sanchez in the white trunks. Carlos, how do you have it scored so far?
So far, I have Sanchez ahead 20-19.
And a solid right hand right there by Martin Sanchez. I've also given the first 2 rounds to Martin Sanchez. Nugayev just has to get off. And right now he's going up against a quicker-handed fighter, Martin Bombero Sanchez. That quick right hand, excellent jab that he puts out there. And he seems to be just timing out that jab by Nugayev, trying to come over the top with that right hand.
Step back.
Rustam Nugayev, I asked him, what do you know about Martin Sanchez? He says, nothing. I haven't even seen a picture of him. I thought that was a great line.
Well, I think he's doing something that is very inventatious for him. But he's not following up. He throws this nice 2 short little quick jabs, gets himself in, and doesn't throw it right. He threw it that time. But he's been doing it from the beginning of this round, where he throws a couple of straight, nice little jabs, quick jabs, and then does not follow up with the right hand. That's what he has to do. See that quick jab, come back with the right hand. Nice little hook to the body there.
Well, this is a young man who is, well, boxing has been in his blood. His father, Razim, was also a boxer. His brother, Murat, is also a fighter fighting in the 130-pound division. He is 4-0-1, so definitely lots of boxing in his family. And you can see he keeps himself in tremendous physical condition, lives on the border of Siberia, so very cold area. So he definitely loves the weather in California. Now lands that right hand above the glove of Martin Sanchez. And based upon that having to lose weight fact, I think for Rustam Nugayev, it bodes him well to keep going on in this fight. The longer it goes, I think the better chances for Rustam Nugayev. Martin Sanchez seems to slow down a little bit, still kind of waiting a little bit, not taking the fight. And all of a sudden, Nugaev is the man taking the fight to Martin Sanchez.
So this is Houston's best round as far as I'm concerned. He landed a couple of good right hands.
Well, that's what's going to be interesting, Carlos. See, as the fight goes on, if in fact Martin Sanchez does tire from having to lose that much weight, and Rustam Nugaev actually gets stronger. And you see right there, Nugaev landing shots, throwing more, and landing more as round number 3 comes to a close. Round number 4 of our scheduled 10-round main event. Rustam Nugaev in the green trunks, Martin Sanchez in the white trunks. And I finally gave that 3rd round to Rustam Nugaev. How'd you score?
I did too. I gave him that round. He was more aggressive, scored more better punches. I think he landed a few right hands. And he came out early, but he just ran into a very strong jab by Sanchez with the right hand, left hook behind it.
On the part of Sanchez, he stopped a little bit in that 3rd round, didn't throw, was waiting to counter, and that was giving Rustam Nugaev a chance to go ahead and land some shots, especially the right hand. He was able, like you said, throw that little 2 little jabs and then come over the top with the right. And he took a shot to the back of the head.
He hit it in the back of the head, and well, he's...
Look. You got to fight. Let's go.
Kenny Bayless telling him you got to fight. It's not like a cut. You're not going to have 5 minutes.
Let's go.
For an accidental low blow. So like they say, defend yourself, protect yourself at all times, and that's what Martin Sanchez has to do.
Well, I've never seen that happen before. Somebody just kind of take a break after he got hit. It's not in any rule book that I've ever seen in boxing where you can hit. You just take a break on your own.
Well, you know, firemen, I guess, do that. He is a real-life fireman, by the way. Involved in that tremendous fire that took place at the disco Lobombo.
Stop.
And he was one of the fighters that was called to that fire, helped put that fire out, rescued a number of people in that unfortunate fire.
Work out.
And all of a sudden, you see Nugaev just seems to be getting stronger and stronger. As the fight progresses, Martin Sanchez, on the other hand, still with a quick hand, still able to pop that, but not doing it as often.
Well, Russians have always had the reputation of being very strong and getting stronger as fight goes on. And back in the days when I was an amateur, they were winning a lot of amateur competition, and everybody who went to Russia to fight, they always came back and said, man, they're just really strong, and they never stopped coming.
So that's part of the training for Rustam Nugaev, who's trained by Eduard Gomashian, Manuel Robles Jr., and also Ruben Chavez. And he says, you know, I came to Los Angeles because I believe that boxing is in America. Real boxing is in America. So he felt that he could get the best sparring in Los Angeles, and that's where he's living. When he comes before a fight, spends his time training there, and tried to land a right hand, but Martin Sanchez had an answer for it.
Well, he's right. The professional game, the best professional boxing is in Los Angeles. It's in America. It just lands a big left hook.
The fight. Part of the action in round number 4. As the 2 fighters right there, and right there, Martin Sanchez complaining about the shot to the back of the head. That was a slip, and more action. This flurry there right before the end of round number 4.
2 great left hooks by Rustam at the end there, and he's getting more aggressive. He's trying to land a lot more shots. I think he's starting to kind of walk down Sanchez in this fight. We'll see how it goes here. Sanchez seems to be bleeding because his trunks are blood stains all over him, so I know he's bleeding from somewhere.
Well, I think it's to be from the nose. From the nose and the mouth, it seems where the blood seems to be coming from. So we'll see if that affects his breathing. Sanchez trying to go ahead and close that gap, that distance there, and throw his jab. but he seems to be waiting. The thing I don't like about Martin Sanchez, and you take a look at this, Carlos, watch how wide his feet are. Very, very wide. So to me, it seems like that would cause him problems in trying to land combinations the way he's going to move around, because he can land one, but the other feet's not really behind that.
Absolutely. It also takes away your power when you're standing that wide. You cannot turn your shots and your body into your shots because your stance is too wide.
Work out, fellas.
And he's waiting too much. He's standing there waiting too much. So he's got that great quickness. He showed it in the first couple of rounds, and now he's just waiting way too much, waiting for Rustav to make a move, try to counter off, and he's catching a lot of leather that way.
Martin Sanchez, trained by Mauro Ayala in Mexico City. And now you see all of a sudden now Rustam Nugayev is getting in rhythm. He's finding his target. And he is now coming inside that kill zone, throwing punches.
Break, come on.
And you know, you talk to Rustam Nugayev, he's got this cold demeanor about him. And it just looks like nothing in the world could possibly bother him. And he's absolutely in love with the tennis player Maria Sharapova, though. That's one thing he did confess.
Well, he's got to win a world title. He can go get her.
Well, he said he would do anything for Maria. In fact, anything. He was gritting his teeth when he said that. Martin Sanchez still trying to find the way to get inside, but all of a sudden, see the way he's doubling up on that jab? That's keeping Sanchez away.
Break, the back. Come on.
And all of a sudden, Martin Sanchez does not have the movement he had in the beginning of the fight. We'll see if Rustam Nugayev can time out a punch here. Come over that left jab as the final seconds of round number 5 tick away.
He doesn't have the quickness or the movement.
Round number 5. And that was a shot after the bell by a real-life fireman who's also one heck of a fighter, Martin Sanchez. He is wearing the white trunks. He's taking on Rustam Nugayev from Perm, Russia, known as the Mongoose. And he's going to need to be as quick as a mongoose to beat Martin Sanchez. And then you see that real wide stance again. You get the feeling Rustam Nugayev can go at this pace for the next 15 rounds.
Absolutely, you know, and the way Sanchez is holding that left hand, and if he just keeps throwing that two little quick through jabs and then the right hand behind it, he's going to catch Sanchez every time and landed a big right hand. Oh, that's a nice jab by Sanchez. Oh, that's the right hand again.
Sanchez does not follow behind that jab, though. You need to come behind that left jab. And I still say it's that stance that gives him problem, because he lands the left jab, but those feet are so wide apart, he can't come there with that right hand behind it.
Absolutely, and also you can't use a double. See, one jab and that's it, because you can't be too wide to slide in behind that jab and throw the right hand.
And right there, one quick jab, but that's it. No right hand behind it. So it's almost like a one-handed fighter taking in Rustam Nugayev. And there you see the wide stance? And then you see that right foot trail does not slide, like Carlos said. And Nugayev now landing combination.
Step back, please. Here we go.
And, another right hand. And Sanchez's left eye is starting to swell from those right hands he's been taking on that side. It's starting to look pretty nasty.
Well, I tell you what, I hate to fight Rustam Nugayev in a street fight, because I think at midnight he'd still be going. Rustam Nugayev from Perm, Russia, the former Russian amateur champion. He's going up against Martin Sanchez, 45 fights as an amateur before he turned pro. And Nugayev now is finding the way to go ahead and get past the quick hands of Sanchez. And like Carlos says, using that double jab and then throwing the right hand behind that double jab. And the final seconds of round number 6 tick away. Rustam Nugayev in the green, Martin Sanchez in the white.
Oh.
And a great right hand to Mike. I thought Sanchez was going to go down. He just kind of ducked down, though.
Kind of sat down, looked like he was about to go after that right hand. He's taking too many right hands.
So all of a sudden, Rustam Nugayev has found the distance. And then you see his trainer, Mauro Ayala. I'm sorry, that is Manuel Robles Jr. Edward Gomashian is the guy interpreting some of the action here.
There's that right hand, left hook behind that. Another left hook, another right hand. So he's taking way too many shots now. He's starting to weigh down. I think he's starting to wear him down. It's just a matter of time, I think.
And look at him. He didn't even look like he's breathing.
Do it, baby. Do it.
They've left his mouthpiece on the duration of this round. And wouldn't that make it easier to breathe if you take that out?
Oh, absolutely. I guess they just figured he doesn't even have to have his mouthpiece out. Look at him. Sanchez still sitting on the stool, man.
Nugayev, on the other hand, practically ran over there. This is the 7th round of our scheduled main event, 10 rounds. Rustam Nugayev in the green trunks, Martin Sanchez in the white. And again, Martin Sanchez had to lose 5 pounds. Did it in 40 minutes yesterday. He said it wasn't any problem because it was just water weight. But now we'll see if that now becomes a factor this late into the fight. Rustam Nugayev, on the other hand, no problem making weight. And he now appears to be closing the distance on Martin Sanchez.
Now, Martin Sanchez is just eating right hands. I don't know whether that eye is giving him a problem. He can't see them or what, but they're just landing. Every time Rustam throws a right hand, it lands flush on that eye.
Now, if you were training Martin Sanchez, would you correct that right stance? I mean, because he's got great hands.
Absolutely. That's the first thing you're talking about, correcting that right stand. Now, a stance in boxing should not be more than your shoulder width. That gives you gotta keeps your legs under you, the base under you. You're able to move laterally, backwards, and use that double jabs and slide in behind him and throw the rest of the combinations. Right hand, left hook, right hand behind him.
Well, I've always had a philosophy and a saying, and that's this. From the waist above, it's cosmetic. From the waist below, that's a franchise.
Absolutely.
You got to have that franchise underneath you. And that's something that Martin Sanchez just has that franchise spread out way too far and cannot get the power needed against Rustam Nugayev. Rustam Nugayev all of a sudden now has found a home for that right hand. And it is the left eye of Martin Sanchez has been absorbing that right hand. I was telling the trainers for Rustam Nugayev, Edward Gomashian, I said, you know, if he wants to get great sparring, I mean, LA is a great place, but I tell you what, Tijuana is not a bad place either, especially at this weight division. Because the one thing you'll learn there is you can get your PhD on body attacks in Tijuana. Both fighters now exchange, just going toe-to-toe.
It's another right hand. You see that.
And then you see Sanchez trying to land that jab. And the right hand again by Nugayev finding a home. As the final seconds of round number 7 come to a close, Nugayev and Sanchez.
Break, sit back. Hey!
And this is round number 8 of our scheduled 10-round main event. Rustam Nugayev in the green, Martin Sanchez in the white. And you can see how Sanchez has slowed down considerably. And it's been Rustam Nugayev who's found a home for that right hand.
Oh, another 2 straight right hands have landed flush on that eye.
And that was the injured right hand that he suffered against Ricardo Fuentes by Rustam Nugayev. And you can see now, Carlos, that he has a great confidence that that hand is totally healed. Sanchez, on the other hand, still firing that left jab. And now finally using a hook with it. Hook into the body.
Work out, work out, work out. Oh, hold him.
Nugayev trying to get inside right there in that
Work
kill
out, work
zone.
out.
And right there as they release, a good right hand again. I'm surprised, though, that Sanchez not cut up. As many right hands he's taken to that left eye. And Nugayev did not like the fact that Sanchez was holding him. And all of a sudden, he showed you one of those Siberian wrestling moves.
That's a hard warning. Next time you do that, I'm taking a point. All right,
And Kenny Bayless right on top of Rustam Nugayev, clearly stating to him, next time you do that, I'm taking a point. And by the way, Rustam Nugayev does understand English. And I think Rustam Nugayev is a little upset.
Well, I think he thought he had Sanchez hurt. He landed some great right hands, a couple of great left hooks, then some shots to the body. And he was being held, so he was just wrestling to the ground. He wanted to get free and start punching more.
Well, you can see how strong Rustam Nugayev is. Heavily muscled back, from which the power
beautiful bodies in shot right there.
And all of a sudden, Sanchez answered a couple of shots.
But there are very few punches that Sanchez is not throwing or landing. He's fighting in little spurts, trying to conserve energy, and he's taking a lot of shots.
So then, Carlos, we can say that losing weight has affected him.
Absolutely, man. I don't know of any fighter who has to lose the weight the day before weigh-in and not be affected, especially when that's 5 pounds is a lot. I mean, I could see if it was 1 or half a pound. Most of the time, a guy comes in, he's maybe a pound over or half a pound over. That doesn't hurt. But 5 pounds, come on.
And now Nugayev getting in that left as the final seconds of round number 8 come to an end. And then you go to the corner right there, you've got Mauro Ayala in the corner. In the corner of Martin Sanchez. And again, see how he still has the mouthpiece in. That's amazing.
They've never taken the mouthpiece out, so I think through the whole fight they haven't taken it out. And hey, if he's comfortable that way, because most of the time, if you have a fitted mouthpiece, you want it out when you come to your corner.
So they're not taking that out. Here's some of the action from round number 8.
So he's holding on. He's just trying to get free so he can throw some punches. I don't think he meant anything malicious by that.
And right there, definitely, he knows something about leverage.
Yeah.
In the way he was able to take him down. This is round number 9 of a scheduled 10-round main event. Rustam Nugayev in the green trunks. He is from Perm, Russia. Martin Sanchez El Bombero, as they know him in Mexico City, the fireman. And that's up to he says, you know, for my particular trade, which is boxing and being a fireman is actually an excellent way to make a living because it gives me plenty of time to be able to train. He takes some time off to come down here for the fight, but then go right back to his routine as a fireman back in Mexico City. So we got Rustam Nugayev clearly ahead in this particular fight. Martin Sanchez, who started out the fight with a tremendous hand speed, and looked like he was going to pretty much have his way against Rustam Nugayev. But as the fight went on, it was Nugayev finding the way. And the way he was finding it was to go ahead and throw double jabs and then come behind it with the right hand. It's been the right hand that has caused the problem for Martin Sanchez. And Carlos, now you see Nugayev loading up on combinations.
And I like what he does. He noticed that little side-to-side body action that he does, and then he comes with either a left hook or a right hand. Every time he does it, it lands.
In the corner, Rustam Nugayev, you got Eduard Gomashan, who also has Victor Chinian, the world champion. I did his fight against Irene Pacheco. Pacheco ruled that division for so many years. And he thinks that Nugayev is every bit as good as Darchinian, or will be. And again, Kenny Bayless telling Martin Sanchez, watch your holding.
And
there's a right hand. I think he's done. He took a right hand
and a beautiful
and a left hand. There it is.
Oh.
And I think finally, just right there, all that dehydration, having to lose the weight, has taken its toll.
He's stay down. He's got to stay down, and that's it.
Martin Sanchez going down and just finally wilting under the tremendous power and physical strength and condition of one Rustam Nugayev from Perm, Russia.
Nugayev just worn down and just steady pressure, steady pressure. And losing that 5 pounds, I know that it was going to take its toll at the end, and it definitely did.
Rustam Nugayev, it was the right hand that caused the damage, and finally it was the left hand that ended the night for Martin Sanchez. Rustam Nugayev, and I wonder if they're finally going to take his mouthpiece out. Even through the decision, he'll probably leave it on. Here is the replay, and you can see the right hand. Oh, that was the left hand. Actually, that's the one that ended it.
Finished it, yeah.
But I think they go back, if we can go ahead and get our camera people to show this again, you're going to see it was the right hand, right on the left ear of Martin Sanchez that knocked his balance out. It looked like he was going to go down. At that time, I thought, that's it. He's done. But he was able to stand up through it, and finally, Rustam Nugayev came right upon Martin Sanchez, and finally that left hand toppling Martin Sanchez and ending the night in this, the 9th round.
Well, I think that the right hand did all the damage, and at the end, there was a left hook that put Sanchez down, and I think he was just exhausted. He just stayed on his knees. He also caught a vicious left hook right before the big left hook to the head. He caught a vicious left hook to the body, and that might have, taken out that wind out of him. That's why he just stayed on his knees and took the 10 count.
Yeah, it was obviously he had nothing left as he stayed down. Martin Sanchez, again, 5 pounds and 40 minutes he lost. And then you get Martin Sanchez in the 10th and final round. So let's take a look at the way this fight played itself out. Rustam Nugayev, Martin Sanchez. In the first round, it was a very quick-handed Martin Sanchez who came out jabbing, showing a very quick left jab and following with the right hand. At that time, he was moving around very, very well. From the 3rd round on, that was the best round for Rustam Nugayev, as all of a sudden his right hand found a home. In the 5th round, it was more Rustam Nugayev. Rustam Nugayev now throwing combinations, getting inside. In the 8th round, it was more Rustam Nugayev, landing the right hand, loading up with the right hand. That was a little leverage move to prevent Martin Sanchez from holding him, and finally in the 9th round. It was first, that was the left hand that ended the night. It's a shame we didn't get the first right hand that staggered Martin Sanchez. And finally that left hand ended the night for Rustam Nugayev, now getting his 14th win, 6th win now by way of knockout. So Rustam Nugayev, who loves it here in America, won his first fight here against Ricardo Fuentes, then lost to Jairo Ramirez, vowed to come back and be victorious, and he's done just that against Martin Sanchez from Mexico City. And it's a 9th round KO. We'll get the official time of the knockout from our ring announcer, Joe Martinez. And there you have right there, Martin Sanchez. So let's go to Joe Martinez with the official time of the knockdown.
Ladies and gentlemen, 2 minutes, 6 seconds of round number 9. Referee Kenny Bayless reaches the count of 10. 2 minutos 6 segundos del 9º asalto. El referee llega a la cuenta de 10 para el ganador por knockout. Your winner by way of knockout, the pride of Russia, Rustam Mongoose Nugayev.
So there you get your winner, Rustam Nugayev. 2 minutes, 6 seconds of the 9th round, knocking out Martin Sanchez.